Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I did the Texas shirts. I get this question asked all the time, how I sliced this and created this image. So what I actually did was I brought a silhouette of Texas into the design space, and let me go ahead and show you that real quick. But I'm going to create this file and I'm going to show you how I created it with using an image that's actually in the design space, but it does cost 99 cents. I am going to share this file so that if you guys don't want to recreate this yourself, you guys can just use that one. You would have to pay 99 cents just because it is a file that costs money. So let me show you, if you know how to bring your images into the design space, this is, hold on. If you know how to bring your images into the design space, this is what it looked like. This is the one I brought in. I brought in this one. So you would insert the image, and then what I did was, see this is just all color. This is not broken up. I came over here and turned it black so that way I could work with it. So that way it was free. So if you guys want to bring in, you would Google Texas silhouette and you'd bring that into the design space. If not, you can actually use one that's right here. So let me show you where I got this from. I went to images. I typed in Texas. All right, and let me clear filters. Okay, so where I got this image from is this one right here. So I brought this in, so you see how it costs 99 cents, so this is not my image. And I brought it into design space. I clicked ungroup, right up here, ungroup. I deleted the word Austin. And then I took this state, and you notice that it's kind of tilted a little bit. I just kind of brought it even. So what I tried to do was bring this part up to a line so I could make sure that it was even, just like that. So I brought it up towards a line right here so that way I could even it out. So that way it was straight up and down. So that's how I got this image. Now if you notice right here, let me zoom in a little bit. Right here is a tiny little star. So what you do is you come over here. Now this is only if you're using, this is only if you're going to be using the image from Design Space, if you're going to do this by yourself. You would hit contour, which is right down here. You would hit contour, and we want to take away that star. So just like that, so that way it was a plain image. Then you would change it whatever color you want to while you're slicing. So let's go ahead, and so now we already have that. I'm going to move this one aside, so that way it's out of our way. So this is the one I've already created. I'm going to shrink it down and move it out of our way. Just like that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to bring in that image like I just showed you. But I'm going to share this file. So if you don't want to recreate it, you can pay the 99 cents and it's already going to be created for you. It'll be down in the description. Okay, so what you're going to do at this point, I like to figure out what size I'm going to be making it. So say that this is going to be 6 by 6. I would go ahead and bring it out. And bring it out to the 6-inch mark, something like that. Let's just say that I wanted it right around in here. So that's actually 639, 643. Just say it was that. So I'd bring in whatever design, whatever size I needed. It just makes it easier so when you're done, you don't have to resize it. But you can still resize afterwards. So the next thing that you're gonna do, I like to make this actually a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna go with like the lavender purple. And it's not necessary really, it's just so I can see when I'm slicing. Okay, now that we have it sized to where we want it to be, we're gonna grab a square. And once again, you need it to be bigger than your image. So we're gonna go ahead and slice our first bottom piece here. So say I'm happy with that and everything's covered. You could always arrange this to be forward so you can see where you're at. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Command and grab that. You could always just take your tool and go over both pieces like this, and then hit slice. I'm gonna delete the big square here, and then I'm gonna delete this top one here. So now you can see that I've already got this piece is separate, okay? So I'm gonna undo that, and then I'm gonna come grab me another square. All right, once again, making sure it's bigger than our project. So I need to bring that out just a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna slice our next piece here, just like this. So I'm going to select that. We're going to hit slice. We're going to delete the big square, delete the top of this one. All right, so now we've got 2 pieces sliced here. So now we're going to do a next one. So we're going to get another square, once again, repeating the same process, just making sure it's bigger than our project. All right, so I'm gonna come back up here, like right around in here, and grab this piece. And remember, like I said, don't be grabbing these two pieces down here because you've already sliced those. You just need this one and this one. So we're gonna hit slice again. Then you're going to delete that square, delete this piece. Okay, and then now we're working on this piece right here. So we're gonna grab another square and make it bigger than our project. And we're gonna go ahead and slice it right about here. But I wanna make sure that I bring this a little bit bigger. Just making sure I'm covering everybody up. And that looks good right about there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this piece, remembering not to grab those. Hit slice. Gonna delete this big square, this piece. All right, so now the piece we're working on is the one that we changed blue. So we're gonna take our square again, and we're going to make it bigger than our state here. And we're gonna come right up here. Let's see. Like right in here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this piece, hit slice, and delete the big square, and delete this top. All right, so this is where we're at. So now what we need to do is slice this piece right here, the tall piece right here. So what I like to do is I move this piece out of my way so that way I don't accidentally slice it. Now I'm gonna take another square, and I'm gonna go ahead and we wanna cover these pieces here. So you're just bringing it up right against this edge, just like that. And you can bring it forward so you can look at it. So what you would do is just click this piece and you would arrange, move to the front. So that way you can see where you're slicing. So I wanna bring it over just a little bit like this. And that looks good to me. So I'm gonna actually move that to the back. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click both of those, hit slice. We're going to delete this piece here and this piece. All right, so I also, once again, I'm gonna move this one out of my way just so it's not in my way. I'm gonna grab this one. We're gonna come grab my square, and we're going to slice our first piece here. So I'm gonna get it over this piece and making sure I'm just grabbing these two pieces here. I'm gonna hit slice, and we're gonna delete our square, delete this top piece, and we're gonna do it again. So we need another square, and we're going to bring it bigger than these pieces, bring it right about here. I'm just making sure I'm grabbing the two, make sure I'm not grabbing this piece because I've already sliced it. Hit slice. I'm gonna delete my big square, delete this top piece, and now I'm gonna slice it one last time. So, because I believe I had 1, 2, 3, 4, so that way I have my 4 bars. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one more square, and just making sure bigger than this. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this, grab this, hit slice. And like I said, you can move them forward so you can see where you're at. And then I'm gonna delete these. So this is my next step, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're going to bring this little guy back in and butt it back up where it goes. Bring the blue one back in, right, and I'm calling it blue because that's the color we're gonna change it to. Bring it right back in here. And it doesn't matter if it's real perfect because they're not going to be cutting out together anyways. They're gonna be separate. Okay, so what we're gonna do is now I'm gonna change my color. So I would come down to this one, which you can see it turns gray right here. I'm gonna go ahead and change that one to white. Then I would come to my next one. You can see because it's gray, it's highlighted. I'm gonna change it to black. And then do the next one. We're gonna do it white. All right, and then we're gonna change this one to black. This one's gonna be blue. So we're gonna come right in here and change this one to a blue. And this is just so when they cut, we know what is what. And then all the whites will cut on one sheet, all the, they'll all cut together. Okay, So we're gonna change this next one to black, then this next one to white, black, white. All right, and then this piece is black. All right, black. So now let me show you how we do the stars. So what you're gonna do is come back over here to shapes. You're gonna grab a star. And the first thing you're gonna do right off the bat is change it to white. All right, and then you're going to shrink it down to about what size you need. So say I'm happy with that. I'm gonna bring it in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the duplicate, which is right here, and make me several stars so that way I can use these. So then I would start lining up how I want them. You can do these however you want. And I would just bring them in, just lining them up however you wanted to. Just like this. And just continue to line these up. All right, I'm gonna hit duplicate again several times so that way I can get me some more stars going on. And then keep going. And like that. All right, let me duplicate that a few more times. All right, let me get this one here. Go ahead and get it there. I'm gonna pop this guy in here and I'm gonna duplicate it about 3 more times. I think I only did 2, but I'll have to come back. Let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy in here. Just making sure that I'm staying in frame in here. And then let me duplicate it one more time. And pop that right in there. Okay, so every star is inside of this here. So the next step that I did was I took my black piece right here and I moved it out of the way. So then I took and I selected all of these stars. Hold on, let's see. Select all of your stars here. So just making sure we're grabbing everybody. So I'm just making sure they're all grabbed. Okay, so there we go. So I think we've got them all. And the way that I could do that is I could grab it like this to move it just to make sure. Move it back down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and hit attach. And then I can take my black piece here and I can move it back behind. Just like that. So now I have all those where I want them. So what I would do is just making sure that I'm grabbing all these pieces. So I would make sure I'm grabbing my stars and my black background together and just move it right into where it needs to go, if that makes sense, okay? Take your black pieces. So say I'm gonna grab my black, I'm just clicking on the black here. I'm gonna hit attach. So now you see that that's all together. So when it goes to make it, those are all gonna stay together. So I'm gonna do the same thing with white. I'm gonna click all of my whites, and you just gotta make sure everybody's lined up correctly, so that way, when you go to line these up, they'll line back up just like this when you lay them on your shirt. And then your blue one will pop right in just like this. So you just wanna make sure before you go attaching everything that everybody is lined up. And I will make sure, and this is how I'm gonna do the file. I'm gonna have them attached for you just like this, so that way you can print out this black piece just like this, and print out your white piece just like that, so that way you're only going to do it 3 times. So you would layer in those pieces and lay in your blue piece last. But I will make sure that all of this is cleaned up and everybody's gonna set properly in this file. So like I said, this file is for those who don't wanna try to recreate this and just wanna pay the 99 cents and use it. And actually what I'll do is to make it, because see, the only reason why I can't use my uploaded image and make this file free is Cricut doesn't allow you to share files that you upload an image. So that's why I can't share where I uploaded the state of Texas. So we have to use, for me to be able to share it, I have to use the one that's already in Design Space. So like I said, you could either pay the 99 cents and just use this file the way that I have it, or if you want to recreate it yourself to make it free, utilize bringing in an image from the internet. So let me show you how you would do that, just in case that's something somebody wants to do. I would come to Google and I would type in Texas, or whatever state you are, Texas silhouette. All right, and then I would come over here to images. All right, say that I was happy with, just say I was happy with this one right here, okay? So I would, well, let me see if I can't find one a little bit better so I can show you. I like one with a little bit more detail. I may not be able to do that. I may have to do this one for now. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and go with this one right here. Okay, so say that I chose, or maybe this black one will be fun. This black one right here. Okay, so what I like to do with my Apple, I don't know if you can do this with Windows or not. Let me shrink this just a little bit. Let me scoot this over and say that I chose this one right here. All I gotta do is grab it with my mouse and drop it on my desktop. Now, you may right click and save it to your desktop if you're Windows, I'm not too sure. So now let me go back to Cricut Design Space. Let me actually bring this back down. Let's go to upload an image. You'd click upload an image. You'd click this upload an image, and then I would just grab it from my desktop and drop it right here. Then the next thing I would do, I would just go to simple, go to continue, and then I'm gonna hit that gray. So that's perfect. Then I'm gonna hit continue. That's what it's going to look like. So I'll save as a cut image, click save. And then I would click on this, insert image, and then do the same thing. That way your file would be free. So if you wanna make it free, you could do exactly what I did, showing you how to cut all this and do all that. And that's how you would do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Like I said, this will be down in the description down below. I'll have it at the beginning of the description, so that way you guys can use this file. And I will have it completely cut out and ready to go. So when you get it, so say this is the file, if you want to resize it, make sure you hit select all and then drag it to whatever size you need, okay? So make sure before you resize it to cut it out, because everything's gonna be aligned just perfectly, make sure you hit select all. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.